But, you know, Toronto's missing some of their big guys. Valanciunas is not playing, and, boy, you need size when you're going against Joel Embiid.
Also officials tonight, Mark Davis, Tony Brown, and Aaron Smith in charge of the action here. And Shamet in that starting lineup replacing J.J. Redick, and Jimmy Butler being given a little bit more responsibility with the ball in his hands, and he's been delivering here as Embiid there attacking that. And still the concern with Kyle Lowry, has not shot the three well. And this is where the Sixers are at their best, the open floor against Embiid. A lot of questions as to whether or not this Toronto team is going to make a move as Kyle Lowry gets all the way to the rim, able to finish.
For both to be healthy enough to really get back to what they were playing at the beginning of the season, where they were one of the better teams.
Opportunity offense, but sometimes you got to get your best player the ball, and I like when the big fella's got the ball down there.
It puts so much pressure on the defense to have to make a decision. Are we coming? Are we staying?
Agreed. I mean, and that's what makes him great. Simmons goes.
Simmons unable to get that one to fall. 9-8 here early for the Raptors as they run that little pick and roll with Lowry and Ibaka defensively. They have definitely taken a step back here the last month or so, and one of the reasons, Jimmy, why they have struggled on the road is Siakam able to knock. And you talked about it, Kevin, during the break, playing through Kawhi.
Tough pass that time by Ben Simmons. Now Toronto able to get out in transition.
That's a tough shot there. Great body control by Kyle Lowry, but then they don't get back on defense. Was able to get in as well for the Raptors. Ooh. They've got the personnel to bother him, and it's having an effect here early on as Powell gets all the way to the rim against Bolden for the finish. Ooh. Misses that bunny, does Kawhi, and they get out quickly in transition. That's one thing they do really well. Nick Nurse going to want to talk about that.
Play and pass inside, because then he can just right now catch and finish.
That's just nothing Ibaka can do. That play's got to be defended up top. Have disrupted the spacing of Philly here in this first quarter.
Nice jumper there by Ibaka.
Oh, wow, that was an incredible finish. Your superstar is complete. Doesn't really, Kawhi, have a weakness, and how about that find, that jumper down, and they've only committed one turnover thus far. Ooh. And again, it's just a little too easy, as you see on the road here thus far. I'll tell you what, that's either really good footwork or
tested at times.
Simmons unable to get that one to fall off the offensive rebound. Kyle Lowry in transition. Toronto's done a great job with their defensive transition, not allowing a lot of easy ones for the Sixers. And Ibaka farm. Toronto with possession here. Kyle Lowry, who has got a good rhythm back home in Philly. Lowry doesn't come up with it, but then just the quickness and the anticipation by Wright to come up with the loose ball. Second violation here. They just get it in. 3 on the shot clock. I mean, another beautiful pocket pass from Lowry in rhythm for Monroe.
And a quick pick and roll is working for Toronto.
I'd say they needed that 3 and 4. Trying to get their crowd back in it.
Nice extra pass by Kyle Lowry. He made a couple jumpers. Could have maybe forced one up.
Gets the bounce there to go. Contest defensively there, and there's an opportunity for Philly to get out in transition, and Kawhi Leonard's very slow to get up. Even that play is made because of the spacing. Well, they are just not close on these threes. No. And Simmons able to get him a 2 there. That was actually a nice find there by Siakam on that late cut from Ibaka as Embiid came over to contest.
A smart cutter is a driver's best friend. To see Embiid load up a 3 and knock it down.
This is one of the play, that pick and roll, that late pocket pass there. And even though, again, they have had a lot of success, it was his way of putting it. Siakam getting all the way in and just That weak side defense, 19-point lead here early in the third. And that was a nice find by Jimmy Butler to get it to Ben Simmons.
Possessions alive. Greg Monroe is not kind of built in that same capacity, so that's what you lose with Ibaka on the bench.
Well, they gained Kyle Lowry.
Nobody coming out there, get a hand in his face, and the guy's on fire. You can't lose the hottest man on the floor.
Oh, that's a tough finish there. Acrobatic finish to go.
To get the basketball, it's imperative on me to understand where to find the open spaces. Then I can just score from there.
How about Siakam with the strong drive? He's got something Milwaukee didn't have in Atlanta. He didn't have Giannis.
Exactly. There you go.
At home. Oh, he just quicked him. You don't often use
any game here.
Ooh, I'll tell you what, he answered this game.
Wow. And we're going to get offense from for Philly right now. What a pass. Oh, nice pass by Kawhi Leonard.
For Philadelphia. We're worried about them making shots right now. They got to start taking some shots.
Big
Offensively, and it allows Toronto to kind of load to the basketball and use that length and athleticism to affect the game. Embiid back in the game to give them some semblance of balance on that side. That was a quick trigger by Shamet, but he finally gets one to fall.
Out west.
They're just quietly sitting in that 4 spot right now. And Van Vliet knocks down that triple, and boy, that is Baca when he was in there was really solid as well. And you can see they just are having their way right now.
Especially Toronto, the ball is going to pop a little bit more because you don't have one player. As you see one player right there, beautiful pass inside from Jimmy Butler on the dribble penetration, but
I tell you what, they are not bringing the help to the helper. Tell you what, they have just won the loose ball battle, and
And one thing's for sure, no defense going to be played right now. This 40-year-old body, I can tell you that.
He was rocking them short too.
That 15-foot free throw line, but just not able to knock it in.
And right on cue, able to knock down that triple.
He's thinking now is can I keep how long can I keep my starters on the bench? A lot longer if Moose Monroe keeps getting offensive rebounds.
Get a 3 here, they're going to call timeout. I almost guarantee you Nick Nurse is going to have seen enough. And there it is. The matchup of Lowry on Muscala.
Going left. To an open shooter, just unable to convert.
I tell you what, that weak side rotation has just not been there all night. Now, in part because of the 3-point shooting glass, particularly here in that 4th quarter. I tell you what, that is impressive.
That's a big-time move.
How about the first attack, gets his own offensive rebound, and then they reset and get it to him again, and Simmons able to... I tell you what, that's a couple no calls. Kyle Lowry is frustrated. He clearly got fouled.
They're talking about winning a championship.
Butler finally gets something to go there.
And this drew in help and opened up the offensive glass. And so you're right. They Philly didn't do the basic thing we talked about at the start of the game.
And that is going to bring this one to a close. 119-107 win for Toronto. They come in and make a bit of a statement. And remember, they have, for the most part, owned Philadelphia here over the last few years. And that is going to wrap it up.
Six advancement.